Scarabaeus, the planet's unsung heroes. Created, presented, and narrated by the Beatles, George Mills, Roger Lengi, and Claire Zophius Bachmann. Our chosen taxon research context was following a dung beetle presentation at Oxford University Natural History Museum, of which we have cited many sources from this museum field trip and included in this presentation. It includes images from the Coleoptris magazine and the Oxford University Natural History Museum website, edited by Collections Manager Darren Mann. Darren was our group's tour guide on the 24th of October 2023. We also looked at all the current scientific biology, zoology, and anthropological texts currently available worldwide on dung beetles, with a specific focus on the UK data and species.
Scarabaeus species taxonomic evolution. Evolution of dung beetles as a taxonomic order starts with domain as Eukarya, and it is the animal kingdom. Phylum is Arthropoda in the class of Insecta. Its order is Coleoptera in the family Scarabaeiformia, and the genus is known as Scarabaeidae. The dung beetle species Scarabaeus consists of 70,000 globally and 40 nationally. These are divided into three key groups, being Aphidinas, Eutropidae, and Scarabaeidae.
Scarabaeus species status worldwide. Dung beetles are an incredibly diverse group and have a wide distribution area globally, except in Antarctica. This is a result of their characteristics and functions such as dung handling behavior, morphology, variety in color, size and shape, as well as mass and length. Their population is vast and diverse, estimated in the billion, with the highest diversity found in Africa, with approximately 2,000 species. However, this number might vary due to challenges faced by scientists in collecting data, particularly in regions experiencing ecological and environmental degradation, such as loss of green space conservation efforts. Carbadeus species status UK. In the UK, there are 60 species divided into three groups. Aphrodinas. These are dwellers and stealers. They form the largest number in the UK, with approximately 4 distinct species. They live inside the dung, have a larvae C-shape, and vary in length from 3 to 15 millimeters. Ontophagus. These are tunnelers that specifically live inside the dung, where they construct tunnels to create the nets for laying eggs and storing food. They have a more rounded shape compared to the Aphrodinas and measure 4 to 11 millimeters in length. Geotrappers. These are larger tunnelers compared to Ontophagus. They measure 8 to 26 millimeters. It is very difficult to provide the exact population due to certain environmental factors such as loss of soil integrity, land use, and conservation efforts. Depending on species, they are found in various geographic areas such as grassland, farmland, woodland, and some coastal areas nearby grazing animals.
Scarabaeus ecosystem role and purpose UK. The dung beetle's function revolves around the abundance of dung, fulfilling their purpose of feeding and reproducing. Sustainable relationships with other species are crucial to ensuring this, such as intra and interspecific competition. Nevertheless, dung beetles have adapted to optimal feeding and reproductive cycles. This mitigates the impact of interspecific competition. The species have developed favourable dung and soil types from each other. Accordingly, the environment is less contested with greater spatial distribution. This social hierarchy enables self-sufficient ecosystems, as over 64% of farmland is occupied by grazing. As a result, cow waste is frequently disposed of, and dung beetles consume, aerate, and integrate it within the soil. Furthermore, this maximises crop yields with more organic fertiliser alongside increased percolation. A UK study in 2016 proved that amongst all 50 species, 4 were already extinct and 16 currently endangered. This loss in biodiversity correlates with excessive parasitic side use and positive feedback effects discussed later in detail. Contribution and viability. Additionally, consuming pasture waste reduces the spread of disease alongside 90% of bush flies, ultimately improving livestock welfare. Berry also creates nitrogen carbon into the soil to buffer greenhouse gases. Primary beneficiary from dung beetles in the UK is the cattle industry, worth up to 367 million. As a result, their contribution is crucial from social, environmental, and economic standpoints. Whilst it's proactive to use parasiticides, they're very toxic to dung beetles, so sustainable practice is encouraged to safeguard their future. Therefore, alternative chemicals are suggested in Figure 8 below compared to more harmful ones in Figure 9. Active regenerative strategies are required nationally, such as two principal policy consistent with protection of changing practice. Furthermore, studies determine rewilding areas contain much higher dung beetle biodiversity as opposed to organic farms. For instance, a staggering 11,066 dung beetles and 3 extra species accumulated, whereas organic farms collected 512. Scarabaeus reproduction, seasonal cycles UK. Dung beetles have 4 distinct stages to their life cycle: egg, larvae, pupae, adult form, and function. Each female lays 10 to 1,000 eggs, which hatch after a few days into C-shaped grubs. After 1 to 4 weeks, it pupates. This is where the transition from adult larvae happens and may last a few weeks or months. The duration of dung beetles' life cycle is 6 months to 3 years. Some species excavate a tunnel directly beneath a dung pile, and if the female pulls the food, the male then proceeds to enter the tunnel and protects it with headbutts and shoves. In all species, mating involves the male passing sperm after inserting his reproductive oedicus into the female's genital tract, in turn fertilizing and producing brood balls compiled of dung. Dwellers' reproduction differs from rollers and tumblers, simply laying eggs of brood balls with or beneath fresh dung.
Scarabaeus, indigenous symbology and reverence worldwide. Indigenous people all over the world revered each life form, whether it be bacteria, archaea, protista, fungi, plant, animal, or mineral, and understood each life defines purpose and meaning as well as teaches the interconnectedness of all life. Learning and coming to know the nature of each aspect of life enabled them to learn, grow, and evolve, and enabled life to expand and thrive over a millennia. This knowledge and wisdom was intergenerational, shared, communicated, and understood through mythical stories, folklore, symbology, and embedded in each indigenous culture. The spirituality, meaning, and purpose of all life was honoured, revered, and preserved throughout time in this way. As time passed, sounds, words, expressions, and mimicry moved on to drawings on stone, writing on papyrus, the first form of paper and ink, and forming and forging into artifacts and utensils before the analogue and digital eras we know today. The Scarabaeus or scarab, our beloved dung beetle, is no different. It was revered in ancient times by many indigenous people. It has transcended time through myth, artifacts, archaeology, and history. Each culture has its own specific meaning, symbology, and mythical stories reflecting concepts such as divine manifestation, existence, development, growth, effectiveness, strength, duty, hard work, persistence, determination, patience, perseverance, destiny, transformation, dirty, unpleasant, sacred, medicinal healing qualities, rebirth, protection, warding off evil spirits, regeneration, good luck, and prosperity, to name a few.
Scarabaeus health. Currently, many species of dung beetle in the UK are in decline, with others at risk of extinction in some regions. Based on the evidence so far, the simple fact is all dung beetle species have been negatively impacted by human activities. The health of dung beetle globally is influenced by the health of the ecosystem and vice versa. Hence, the wide range of the threats and risks present, such as the one listed below.
Scarabaeus evolutionary trajectory. The common purpose of dung beetles is to regenerate waste and persist the cycle of life for its own species and the health of the ecosystem. Dung beetles are unique and have a specific and exclusive role that no other species can fulfill in the same way, enabling dung beetles to thrive through rewilding and the reduction of chemical load, as well as banning certain chemicals from use at all in their ecosystem, found in the feces of animal waste they'll feed on. will safeguard and secure the viability of agricultural practices across the world. Avoidance of interspecific competition and the reduction of natural terrain management will ensure dung beetles can continue to evolve and effectively fulfill their purpose of regeneration for new life mutualistically.